Hey friends, we have a 4-door hardtop Jeep, and I like to be able to take the top off, but it's kind of challenging because it's super heavy. So we're getting ready to do some grilling, and it takes about 30 minutes for the charcoal to be ready. And we purchased, we'll put a link in the description below, this contraption that is supposed to take the top off the Jeep super easy and store the top. Not only that, it states on the box that you can set it up in less than 10 minutes, and then you can take your top off in less than a minute, which would mean we have time while we're waiting for the charcoal. Let's see. I'm not exactly confident. So what we purchased was the RollnJack Roll and Go, and apparently one person can do it.
All right, they say you can put it together in 10 minutes. Set the timer. All right, so you pull the top off. You get some cool looking contraption here. Looks like we've got some instructions and an additional box. And we will look at those. And to put this together in 10 minutes, I'm gonna just work at a normal pace. I'm not gonna rush to try and make it 10 minutes or go slow and make it longer. I wanna see, going at a normal pace, how long it would normally take. So in this part we're using a bolt that's provided with a lock washer and a flat washer, and then a hand screw nut for the bottom, so you're going to slide it through and get it started. I'm just using my drill because it's quicker than my hands. Alright, so I'm going to put the jack portion in, and it says in the instructions that I may have to jack it up or down to get these holes to line up. Keep that lined up to begin with. Come down just a touch. Out of the way. Right there. Next piece to go in is a spidery looking piece here.
This is the final piece. Clips in.
Now we just have to put some clips in. Looks like for the individual padded risers, it's got little pins that go through. So if we slide that up, I'm going to go to the lowest point first.
Okay, we're all together now. We got it done. Let's go see how much time it took. 21 minutes and 39 seconds.
So a couple things different about ours that I didn't think about. One, we have the Freedom Top flip things, so we're going to have to flip those rather than take those out, and hopefully that won't cause an imbalance in the weight. The other thing is we've actually got this rack here, which is great for putting things on, but if you look over here, these are a little bit longer than what will fit in between the roof or the top of the Jeep and here. So we're gonna have to take this out first. Now this is actually part of taking the top off anyway, but it may take us longer than the 1 minute because we've got this in our way. So first things we're gonna do is flip back our Freedom Tops onto the top of the Jeep and lock those in. So with your Jeep comes this little kit if you have the model that we do, which is a 2021 JLU. Comes with a little wrench, a ratchet, and so you can actually take off your bolts that hold it to the top. All right, so things may look a little different. We lost the footage from everything beyond this point. So I wanted to explain something real quick to you. On here we have the Freedom Top hinges. That makes things a little different with the way that the unit picks up the top off the Jeep. So it does change the balance a little bit. So I've got to flip these open first, and I'll kind of explain why that changes it. If you don't have this, it's a little bit easier, but it becomes a little bit more front heavy. So kind of how you balance it is a little different. So what I'm going to do now is flip this up the rest of the way, make sure all the bolts are out, and then we'll take you through and show you how to hook up the unit so that we can get the top off. So we were in a drought until we decided to film taking the top off, and then we're no longer probably in a drought. If you're interested in that flip top, we have another video that shows us installing that. That's really easy. You don't have to put anything in the back. It's just it's a nice way to quickly open up your top. And depending on the year of your Jeep, it comes with a little toolkit, which comes with this little end, which is what I've stuck into my drill. And then I use that, and then when I tighten things up, I put it on a low torque setting initially, and I start everything by hand. But in this particular Jeep, you've got 2 right underneath the opening top. Then you've got 3 bolts down each side back here. Once we're done with that, then we have a couple other things. Let me get a light here because you're not gonna be able to see this. Okay, so they also say that this takes 10 minutes to take off, but even just removing the bolts and getting this stuff unhooked, that probably takes 5 to 7 minutes. So I think when they're saying 10 minutes to take the top off, it's once everything's prepped. Okay, so in here you've got a couple of connections. So you've got a connector for your lights and also for your washer fluid that goes to the back. So I'm going to attempt to show you how to release these. So on here there's a little red clip. You pull that red clip down, and then this red clip pushes forward, it locks. You push it, unlock it, and then you push this down as you pull. That pops out. Then over here, you've got this little piece that you push in, and that's for your washer fluid. So now once you've got those detached, that's basically everything. You can tell since last time I filmed, I've actually added a cell phone booster and stuff, but that runs through here. It doesn't have anything to do with taking the top off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line things up. But here's one of the things where I think why this would take 10 minutes rather than just like 2 minutes. You can see you've got the roll cage in here. And the roll cage and this, if you look here, is a little different, because if this goes up in front of the roll cage, obviously you start to pull it back, you're gonna have to take this down, get around it, and so on and so forth. So as we go in, what we need to do is make sure that there's a couple things too. Because we put that Freedom Top, we want these just a little bit lower back here than what this one's gonna be, because we need that extra push because of the extra weight. So initially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just drop this down all the way. And then I'm gonna drop these down just a little bit I had them kind of up out of the way for the storage in my garage. And I'm gonna probably do it so 3 are sticking out on the end of all of them. So I'll go ahead and do that. I did have this all the way up because the way I had it stored in my garage, I had it kind of wrapped around something so it was out of the way. And normally you'd be raising it up rather than bringing it down. So once you get it down enough to get it underneath. So what we're going to do is we're initially going to go ahead and get this on here and get a little bit of a lift going. For the first part, we're making sure everything's pushed up in so that these pads try to hit across these little pieces here. Also, you can see there's a little gap here, but I've got that first pad touching because that's where that weight difference is. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and crank this up. And then we're going to move it back, and then we're going to need to set it down again on there so that we can get past that bar. That also will allow us to be more well balanced for storing it, because that's the part you want to be careful. You don't want it so heavy on the front that it just flips over. And you wouldn't have to do any of that if you didn't have the flip top with the extra weight. With your top, there are some little nubs that kind of grab in to help line it up. So when you crank it up, you definitely want to make sure it's cranked up high enough that so you can slide it back and also so you don't scratch your paint. You want to keep adjusting it to make sure that you're clearing what you need to clear. Alright, so normally, again, you wouldn't have to have this front bar in if you wasn't front heavy like mine is. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of stick my head in here. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to let this drop down. And we're going to go past it very gently, kind of moving over to your side. Okay, and then coming back up with it. Wait, no more, no further. Because my head is stuck on there. And it kind of balances back and forth, but I'm going to try to get this up in here. The hard part is holding it up with my head and lining that up. All right, there we go. All right, so now we're clear of that. All right, so having those flip tops is really cool. It just makes this part more complicated. So I guess you got to ask yourself which one you like better, the ease on this or the other. So now what we're going to do is very gently bring this back. So what I'm going to do is have the beautiful assistant here gently pull this back while I balance the front. Because, again, we're heavy up here and I don't want it to flip over. When you store the top, because I'm front heavy again, I just used an adjustable pole with a little piece of something there to hold it up. You can either store it at the height that you want when you go to get on, or you could lower it just depending on what you want to do. But if you're not front heavy, you wouldn't need a 2x4 adjustable pole or something just to keep it well balanced. If you didn't have the top like we do, these two front pieces would be somewhere else. So you wouldn't have that additional weight, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. All right, so that works pretty good and it makes it easy to get things back on. Remember, doing things yourself allows you to be free. Although today, I'm not sure I would want to be free with the top open until it quits raining. We'll see you in the next project.